5 Easiest Countries for Immigration. The dream of living in another country can be very enticing, more so depending on where you currently live. Whether the political climate at home is getting hot or you simply crave new scenery, immigrating to another country represents a thrilling challenge that can offer innumerable life lessons and major personal growth. Unfortunately, it's not that easy to accomplish. Not only do most countries have pretty strict guidelines for admittance, they also charge a great deal for the privilege. The financial implications of immigration definitely don't stop at the government fees, either. There is the cost of travel, moving your belongings, and getting established in a new home. But before you lose hope, there are certain countries that make the immigration process easier than average. Read on for 10 possibilities that you might just be able to swing. Even if you don't achieve citizenship, several of these places are happy for you to live there indefinitely. 5. Austria. On the decidedly high end of the financial scale, Austria is a choice with a steep cost of living. But it offers 10 different types of residence permit. If you can afford it, you will likely qualify for at least one. Austria features incredible scenic beauty in the form of the snow-capped Alps, wild valleys, and sparkling blue ice caves. Residents are reportedly very content, and why wouldn't they be, living a perpetual resort lifestyle? Austria is a lovely little country that serves as a gateway for many of Europe's capital cities. The catch in immigrating to Austria is that you must apply from your home country, not from temporary digs within Austria. That makes job, or spouse, hunting a bit trickier. There is an exception for residents of the United States and European Union, who are eligible for a D visa that allows 6 months residence in Austria prior to application for a residence permit. 4. Belgium. Lovely little Belgium is one of the smallest countries in Northern Europe. It features many quaint towns full of breathtaking architecture, stunning natural beauty, and some of the best tasting beer and chocolate around. Add in a thriving arts and music scene and diverse community amenities, and Belgium is a very attractive choice. To gain permanent residency in Belgium, you will need a job. Obviously, that can be tricky, as most countries much prefer to hire locals over outsiders. Belgium is a bit more lax in this regard. You can apply for jobs from your home country, and once you land a gig, will be offered a residency permit after holding it for just 2 weeks. Though it is not initially an invitation for permanent residency, as long as you keep your job, you'll be advancing toward that goal. 3. Belize. How do you like the sound of palm trees, soft sand beaches, and crystal clear water? What if it were also an English-speaking country with an incredibly low cost of living? Guess what, that place actually exists. Belize is sandwiched between Mexico and Guatemala, and is a small country about the size of Wales with a population less than that of Bakersfield, California. Belize allows foreigners to apply for permanent residency after only a year of life there. Enter on a 30-day visitor visa and keep renewing it every month until you've been there for 50 weeks. The $1,000 fee and some bureaucratic red tape is all that's left before getting the go-ahead to stay forever. Pay attention to the conditions on your visitor visa, however. Some districts will require you to leave the country for 2 weeks every 6 months, and doing so resets the clock on your 50-week requirement. If this is your plan of attack, it may be best to engage a lawyer in Belize right away to help you navigate the process. Note that if you intend to work in Belize, you will also need a work permit, at least until you're granted permanent residency. After 5 years of permanent residency, you can apply for citizenship. 2. Canada. Canada has a reputation as one of the friendliest countries in the world, and it shows in its immigration policy. In contrast to the United States, Canada has recently opened its borders with compassion for refugees from war-torn nations. But if you're not afraid for your life, Canada looks very closely at your professional qualifications before inviting you. If you do have a professional skill set or education that matches up with Canada's current needs, you may be able to take advantage of an express entry program that can get you approval in no time flat. Simply fill out an online form that awards points for things like education level, industries you have worked in, and whether you can speak French. Other things like having family in Canada or having studied there can also help. 1. Costa Rica. Costa Rica has long been attracting expats due to its gorgeous beaches, world-class healthcare, and friendly population. The way of life in Costa Rica is peaceful and easygoing. They don't even have an army. The cost of living is reasonable, with couples needing about $2,500 per month to live comfortably. Costa Rica has a retiree program that requires $1,000 per month in income to qualify. Otherwise, you will need a job in order to get on the path to permanent residency and eventually, citizenship. For that reason it is not the easiest country on our list for migration, but also not impossible. If you have skills that Costa Rica needs, you should be able to navigate the process.
Trying to protect your soul.